everyone, Dan from Creepy Creations here, and today I'm just going to give you a quick tutorial on a little effect I like to call Storm in a Box. So don't you just hate it when those huge block letters fall out of the sky like that? Anyways, all kidding aside, what the heck is a storm in a box? Well, I wanted some sort of an effect that would allow us to create a lightning and thunder kind of effect that would just run on its own. So what I came up with was this. The storm in a box. So let's give you a quick demo just what the heck it does. So what we have is sort of a rolling thunder that just continually goes, and about every 20 seconds or so we get a clap of thunder, and it triggers our strobe light, and then goes back to the rolling thunder effect. And this will continue over and over and over again completely on its own. The idea being is our strobe and our thunder will produce our lightning, and then of course our thunder will roll after that. So let's take a look inside and just see what the heck makes this thing tick. So what makes this thing tick is a couple of primary things. We have a timer board here, and I'll talk a little bit more about that in a sec. And then we have our audio board here, and this is that little board that I've been raving about from Electronics 123. And what we do to trigger the two sounds is this relay here, and when there's no power attached, one set of contacts is closed, which allows it to play the rolling thunder sound, and then when it's fired, it plays the lightning sound, and then as soon as it's finished doing that, it drops out and plays the thunder again. But that's also tied into this bloody great huge relay over here. You can see these huge wires we've got going in. That's actually switching house current. That's 120 volts there, and that's used to switch the strobe lights. The battery pack here, of course, runs the audio board, and the timer runs off at 12 volts, and I've just got a little 12 volt adapter here that I use to control things. And so when I apply the power, you'll see that the relay fires for about, not even a second, about half to 3/4 of a second. And when it does that, that's when the strobe is flashing and it plays the lightning sound. And then the rest of the time the rolling thunder goes. So it's actually pretty straightforward. And it'll just sit there doing that indefinitely. The only other thing I've added is this switch here between the battery and the audio board so that I don't run the audio board down completely on the batteries when we're not using it. So let's talk a little bit more about some of the components that are in here. The controlling heart of the circuit is this Velman MK111 timer. I got it in kit form from Electronics 123, and it cost a grand total of $4.99. That's right, only $4.99. I can't buy half the components for that price, so it was a pretty easy decision. You can see the components are easily laid out on the board and include the setting for the length of the pulse and the pulse and the pause. Pulse says how long the relay is closed for, the pause is how long we wait until we cycle around again. It even has a little LED that lights up when it's firing, so you can tell if it's working or not. Nice terminal strips along the side here for your 12 volts, and then both the normally open and normally closed contacts for the relay. The audio portion of the effect is controlled by this simple little MP3 player board that we got from Electronics 123. I've used this one in countless other props, and it works just great. 4 push buttons to activate 4 different sounds, and how they're played back can easily be controlled so that each one works independently. In this case, I've got one of them set up to play in an infinite loop, and then the lightning sound, of course, is just played during a one-shot trigger, and then it reverts back to the rolling thunder again. You can see the USB connector for loading the sounds. Our mono audio jack is right there. So that's it, our storm in a box. I've just put it in this little plastic food container. What I did do is take care to make sure that I mount that big relay as far away from everything else as possible. We are switching house current there, folks, so please, if you're going to wire something like this up, be careful. You can really get yourself a nasty shock. Well, the other thing I've done is put a little hole in the end of the case here that I can plug the cable into my audio board, and we're all set for some Halloween storm flashing fun. Anyways, there it is. Stay safe, have fun. You'll note we spared no expense on this video. We even did a real live Awugo horn sound. Other than various wires, here's a list of the parts you'll need to build your Storm in a box. A 12-volt power supply to run everything, a Bellman MK111 timer kit, a PV66 audio board, a small relay for triggering the audio, a large relay for switching 120 volts, an old 2-prong extension cord, a strobe light or two, and a set of powered PC speakers.